What is up, everyone? How you doing today? This episode specifically, we're going to be talking about the value of a team. I'm kind of moving into a place right now where my team is growing, and we have a fully functioning, culture and flow and organization, and it's great because things are just going to work so much better because of that. So. Whether, it doesn't matter if you own a business or if you're, starting at the bottom. It doesn't matter where you're at within a company or even in school or with friends. But you got to look at this thing like having great people around you is so vital for your success. And I really want to talk about that and looking at it from that lens of, one of the most important things to become great at what you do is having a great team around you. So I'm going to cue the intro and then I'll see you in the show. Bye-bye.
So the big question is this: how do we overcome stuttering without years of speech therapy, expensive ear devices, or old school methods that don't really work in the real world? And how do we master our stutter so we can become the confident and fluent speakers we all deserve to be? That is the question, and this is the podcast that will give you the answer. My name is Daniel Francis, and welcome to the Master Your Stutter podcast.
So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're anything like me, not anything like me, you're the toughest on yourself. And I'm listening to myself more and more, and I hear the ums and the you knows. Maybe some of you hear it all the time. You're like, oh my God, again with the you knows. But it's funny. It's something that I definitely got to work on, and it's just a filler word as I gather my thoughts. But at the same time, I want to sound a lot more professional and be able to, articulate my message in a more solid way. So let's just get into it, ladies and gentlemen. What do I mean by team? So a team. So I've kind of built. We had a meeting this morning. I call them the A team, but they're a solid group of people. We have someone who's going to help with operations within our company, client success. We have clients. We ensure that they're getting results and they're successful. We have people who bring on clients and have calls with them. So, if you were to book a call with myself, you would either jump on a call with, sometimes me, but other times I have two other members who are going to help out with that. And also someone who helps with like marketing and emails and all that good stuff. So, and posting online as well. So I got a pretty decent team, and I've realized that having a great team is how you get to new heights within your life, right? And you got to look at it like, even in your life right now, do you have solid people around you pushing you up, keeping you accountable, getting you focused, constantly pushing yourself outside of the comfort that you're in right now? Now, for me, as someone who is, I hate always giving myself this term, like a business owner or a CEO, but someone who is running an organization, I can't do every single job, right? And especially as I get bigger, as I get more clients, as we do more, as we want to accomplish more tasks and projects, there's gonna have to be people to quote unquote replace that hat of me, right? That role of me, so I can spend more time doing other things. So that's kind of what's happening right now, and it's awesome because I have such a great tight knit group, and things can change over time. But for right now, it's such an awesome group because we're all focused, we're all motivated, we're all disciplined, we're all like, it's a new year, new version of us, let's get at it. And because of that, things are working so much better. We are so much more focused. We are so much more excited. We have that campfire effect, meaning like it's nice and warm, around the group. And that allows us to push through the hard times and make sure that we're, constantly improving everything. So that is where I'm at right now. Now, how can this be applied to you? Well, you got to look at yourself like that. Like, do you have great people around you who raise you up? Because you have to understand, life is very difficult when you're trying to go at it on your own. If you don't have great people around you, it's very difficult to do the big things you want to accomplish in life. Life is, listen, it's freezing cold outside, okay? It's snowing outside. We got a ton of snow in Ontario and Canada. But you have to look at it like, times are going to be hard. It's going to be cold outside. But do you have people that hold you up and say, listen, keep going, man. You got this. Hold you accountable. Because if you don't, then that's the problem. And that's actually one of the biggest reasons. It was so funny. I've been doing a lot of calls, people booking, with my company to work with me on speech. And it's, it's so funny. It's like a lot of people know what to do. They got to do certain tasks. They got to, record themselves more, introduce themselves to more people, practice public speaking, try to, get rid of the ums and try to stutter less. People know what to do. But the biggest problem is having that accountability of being consistent on it. Because the problem is you'll work on your speech for a couple days or a week, and then next thing you know, you're not following that routine. And then what happens is you get off track and you're not doing what is needed to become great. So a lot of people actually join, like we've had a few people join last week, because just for accountability. Someone holding their hand and saying, listen, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to go all in. Right? I need to get better. I know I can't do it by myself. And that is what I want to ask you. Do you have people around you keeping you accountable, pushing you up? Because if you don't, are they pulling you down? Because if you don't, life's hard, man. Life is very difficult. It's difficult not having great people around you. You got to figure out everything on your own. If you're having a bad day, there's no one to talk to. If you're having great wins, there's no one to talk to. Life is lonely at that level, right? And I know that even for myself. Like if I look at the lowest of lows in my life when I was very depressed and suicidal, I didn't have a core group of people around me that I could just talk with. And that's the idea is, where are you going to? Are you going out of your way and trying to create that environment, that positive environment for you? If I look at myself, like this is why I pay for a personal trainer. I don't need to. I don't need to. I know how to work out. I know how to eat healthy. I have friends around me that work out. We all kind of laugh and, it's just a routine. There's a lot of people around me that work out. But I do it because I want someone holding me accountable at 7 a.m. Today there was a snowstorm. Doesn't matter. I got up at 6 a.m., I think even 5:30. Got in the car, drove, had to work out at 7 o'clock. That's it. Why? Because I knew my trainer is going to be there. And that is what gets me to bed earlier. That's what gets me to not eat cheat meals. That's what gets me to push through the hard times. That's what I want to tell you. Do you have a community? You are the average of the 5 closest people around you. Let me say it one more time. You are the average of the 5 closest people around you. So if you don't have greatness around you, you're just going to be going down the tubes, man. Point blank, period. Do you have great people around you? Because you need great people around you. You need people that will lift you up, push you to new heights, get you to do things that you need to do. But in the moment, you're like, I'll do it later. Find people around you that say, no, let's keep going. Let's keep doing. Let's keep pushing. Let's not give up. Let's not throw in the towel. That's where you got to get to. And when you get to that level, man, anything's possible. And I look at my team right now. We have great people that are hardworking. They're loyal. They show up. They put in the work. They're creative, and that's what's needed to really raise to new heights. So I'm very grateful at that level. But you got to build your team around you. You don't need to have a company to build a team. You need to have great. If you got goals, you got health goals. Well, what health friends do you have? You got financial goals. Well, what financial friends do you have? You got social friends that are always trying to push to get outside of the average boundaries. Well, great. Connect with them more. You got to have your pillars. You got to have those people around you. If you have people who are always complaining, it's the economy. Oh, it's my genetics. That's why I can't lose weight. Oh, it's because blah, 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 blah. It's because of COVID. No. It's because of the lockdown. No. You're wrong. Right? Anything is possible when when you're around the right people. I'll tell you this, my friends are the most, doesn't matter what the hell's going on. Even in Ontario right now, right? We're in a lockdown, 4th lockdown. It's ridiculous. Businesses are going to shits. It's a very tough time. They said you can have outdoor dining in -30 weather. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I get it. We're in a pandemic, so I'm not going to have that conversation. But, the cards show that there isn't really much to do. Not many people are hiring. But you make it happen. And I have friends that there's no excuses. I have friends that have gone to Los Angeles and Miami. I have friends that have left to South America. I have friends that are, building, a beautiful house out of dirt. Like, it doesn't matter because I got great people around me. So I can't have that excuse. But if you have people around you that make excuses, then yeah, dude, you're going to operate the same fucking way. So I hope I'm getting my point across. Have great people. Find a community. Find people that push you up to new heights. Find people that are run as fast as you do. So when you do that, man, I'm telling you, you find people around you that's running even faster than you day, and you can be like, I got to catch up. I got to move even quicker. So hope that makes sense. Hope you have an amazing day. I hope you, you kick ass. Listen, we're how many days into the new year. I hope you're doing it. I hope you are not doing amazing, but yeah, it's January 17th. I hope you are on track to what is needed to accomplish in your life to create a great 2022 and beyond. And one of the first things you could do is go find a great group of people that get you to where you need to go. This is Daniel Francis. Have an amazing day. I'm a cue out the intro, and I'll see you on the next show. Bye-bye.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, I don't know if you've seen my free training or not, but you definitely want to check it out. I share my 3 secrets on how to overcome stuttering and be a confident speaker. So hop on over to masteryourstutter.com and be sure to watch the training. After the training, you will qualify for a free strategy session with me over the phone. You don't want to miss this. So thank you again and see you on the next show.